Hell, spit. What up, my motherfucking dude? Whoop, whoop. What the fuck is happening, motherfuckers? Hell, spit. Cult shit. Whoop, whoop. Southbound. Whoop, whoop. Y'all are listening to that new Have-Nots right now. I'll replay it real quick. Because I don't give a fuck about monetization. Motherfucking son of a bitch. Go ahead, steal my money. I ain't getting monetized. Yeah, that new Have-Not shit, motherfuckers. Open up those ears and listen in. Thanks for stopping by Southbound. We're going to start the show here in a minute. Motherfucking son of a bitch. That's right, motherfuckers. Watch the evil that men do. See you. Oh yeah, I already fucking this shit up. But I see you. But I see you. I fucked it up again. All right, motherfucker. Let's start the show here in a minute. We got news. We got all kinds of crazy news to cover this week. All right, y'all. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you. I see you. Yeah. What the fuck is happening, y'all? fuck is Happelling? Whoop, motherfucking whoop, y'all. Welcome to another crazy episode. Late night episode tonight, y'all. It's a late night episode of what the fuck is happening now. Let's put the computer right here, because this ain't my computer. This is Don's computer. Thanks to Don motherfucking Donatello. Thanks, Donatello, for letting us use your mighty laptop to stream. So welcome, y'all. We got a hell of a lot of dope news to talk about tonight. I'll turn this volume down a little bit. And I'm going to tell you this right now, y'all. I was going about my day like usual, just dragging my nuts on the ground, just hanging out like a gangbangulator, chilling on the block with my 40 ounce, smoking some blunts, drinking my 40, my nuts hanging down to the motherfucking floor. And I decided on the whim of the very last second to attend Twizzler. Twisted was in my motherfucking town tonight, y'all. Twisted was in my fucking hood tonight, y'all, in the 303. And that's right, motherfuckers and motherfuckettes. This ninja right here decided on the last second to go and get my Twiz on. That's right, motherfuckers. I am straight shitting Twizzlers. I'm pissing Twizzlers. I'm breathing Twizzlers. Because, motherfucker, I'm getting my Twiz down. That's right, motherfucker. I went to Twisted tonight for the Generation Nightmare tour. And you know what? They played all kinds of songs. They played shit from almost every album they've ever put out. They played shit from Most Tasteless. They played shit from Freak Show. They played shit from Mirror Mirror. Actually, I don't think they played shit from Mirror Mirror. They played shit from Green Book. They played shit from Man's Myth. They played shit from Independence Day. They played shit from Wicked. They played shit from Abominations. They played shit from The Darkness. They played shit from their last album that came out that I can't remember their name of right now. Something Life's Question. Continuous Evolution of Life's Question Marks. They played shit from that too. And they played shit from their new album. Where is all these? And it was pretty dope, y'all. Twisted was in town. And you know what? I ain't afraid to admit that I went and saw Twisted. That I let my nuts hang down to the very floor. I let my nuts hang to the ground while I went and watched Twisted put it down in my city of Denver. So all you motherfuckers and motherfuckettes that are ready to blast and hate on me, go right ahead, y'all. Ugh. That's right. This motherfucker went and got his Twiz on. And I saw, you know what? Went and saw Scum from LSP and Young Otis, the Lotus Killer. That's right, motherfucker. That's what we call him around these parts. I'm just playing. You know what? Otis is from 303. Otis is from this city. We've been seeing Otis since the beginning. We've been seeing Otis and Bones Dub put it down since Galaxy. At least I have. I've been going to shows in Denver since before A&B was on Psychopathic. Since Galaxy days, y'all, when they were putting it down. Roxy. Motherfucker. You hating? Yeah, Roxy would be hating. Because guess what? I have a little secret for every single one of you mother fathers and mother fatherettes. Roxy's in here hating because I went to Twisted. Roxy's in here throwing shade because I went to Twizzler. But guess what? Guess who I saw at Twizzler besides Young Wicked? That's right, motherfuckers and motherfuckettes. I saw Roxy Riddlebox at Twisted. So she hating. Anyway, y'all. You know what? I ain't going to spend too much time on this. It is what it is. It was a good show. You know, my nuts were dragging on the motherfucking concrete of the venue. Because that's how much we was juggling in that motherfucker. That's right. Representing the motherfucking hatchet at Twisted. Anyway, y'all, I see you, Roxy, taking back your messages and shit. I see what's going down. Well, you know what? If anybody wants to get up on the motherfucking show, let me know, and I will send you the link. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to put the link in a public place yet, because I don't know if I want everybody getting on yet. But if you want the link, I will personally send it to you. That's right, Hellspit. LSP was in the motherfucking house. Scum put it down. Put down a solo set for the motherfucking Juggalos. You know, Insane Poetry wasn't in the house tonight. It was just Scum. You know, they weren't doing triple MFD. They were just doing straight up. Scum was just playing some of his songs. So, you know, it's always good. I always feel lucky being in Denver where we get to see Scum. You know, whenever anybody comes to town, whether it be ICP, whether it be Twisted, whether it be motherfucking, you know, a lot of these underground juggalo acts. If it's at the Roxy Theater, most likely we get to see Scum, you know, putting it down for these motherfuckers and motherfuckets. So, anyway, y'all, what we're going to do is start the show. I got a show tonight with all kinds of crazy-ass news. There's all kinds of stuff bubbling up in the underground here in the Juggalo community. And, you know, we're going to talk about some of the dope shit that's going down. So all three of you motherfuckers watching, shout outs to you. You know what? We're gonna start talking about some of this news. So there's some pretty fucking fresh news going down. You know, there's a lot of crazy news going on about the Juggalo gathering, the gathering of the motherfucking Juggalos. 2019. It's the 20th annual, y'all. It's the super gathering. And already Psychopathic Records is already beginning to drop information about who and what is going to be at the motherfucking gathering. Who is going to be at the gathering, y'all? At the gathering. What up, Necessary Evil? Woo, woo. Glad to see you found your way in here somehow. You know, I don't think I've seen you up in my chat before, but I'm really glad to see that you found your way in here. And, you know, because if you go ahead and search Danny Boy on YouTube, you're going to be scrolling through that shit for like a year because you're not going to see my channel. You know, that's going to be like the 9,453rd option down on the fucking goddamn shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you search Danny Boy on YouTube, good luck finding my fucking channel. You know what I'm saying? So necessary evil, mad props to you. You know, somehow you found my channel. So whoop whoop to you, Ninja. Cheers to you, motherfucker. You know, I'm drinking some shit. It's called the Walrus. You know I haven't done a bougie brews and beers in a while. And, you know, it's been like a couple months since I've done one of those episodes. But you know what? Tonight I'm drinking on some bougie shit. You know, this shit is expensive, y'all. And I didn't get it for a cost. I got this shit for free because I spent my last dollar. And I'm broke. I'm a scrub. I ain't got shit. I don't have money for bougie brews. You know what I'm saying? So my roommate, Ryan, he gave me this bougie ass beer, y'all. Check how bougie this shit is. This shit's like $4 a can, motherfucker. This shit's like $4 or $5 a can, y'all. And this shit's weighing in at 8.3%. 8.3% is weighing in, motherfucker. So, you know what I'm saying? This is called the Walrus, and I'm drinking on this shit. So cheers to all you motherfuckers out there drinking with me tonight at this late hour of the night on this Thursday night, aka Friday morning. You know, so cheers, y'all. Pick Venus. For the longest time, I thought I was subscribed to Danny Boy, but I was subscribed to Boy George. It was just gay as fuck. I don't even know what the fuck that's supposed to mean, Pig Venus, but it's hilarious nonetheless. But yeah, just tell people, type in Danny Boy Juggalo. Well, I'm going to tell people that. Type in Danny Boy Juggalo if you want to see this channel. But you know what? I'm blabbing on, and what I'm going to do is start talking about the news, and then pretty soon I'm going to put the link up in. I might even put the link in the Slayer Naughty to get exclusive Slayer Naughty members. Maybe on the stream if they feel like being on here. And, you know, if I feel like putting the link down. But we're going to talk a little bit about some fucking news going down. So, the gathering of the motherfucking Juggalos, the super gathering, happening in 3 months from now, y'all. You know, not very far away. Already, we're starting to get information about who's going to be playing the gathering, who's going to be motherfucking, you know, playing. And every day sounds like we're getting new news. So I'm going to just go ahead and quit slacking and tell all you ninjas. And I'm sure all you ninjas already know. But guess what? This is what the fuck is happening now. So I'm going to tell you, motherfuckers, what the fuck is happening now in the community. So we have the one and only, the infamous, the Tech 9 playing for the motherfucking gathering of the Juggalos. That's right. Tech 9 will be playing at the gathering. I know there was a few motherfuckers and motherfuckettes, you know, thinking that it might not happen. You know, thinking that like, oh, you know, Tech ain't down with the Juggalos anymore. You know, Tech 9, he's a juff. You know, Tech 9's a juff. You know, this and that. Tech 9 be juffing. And you know what? He's going to be playing the gathering in the motherfucking Juggalos. So, you know, he played last year. And for all you motherfuckers that were sleeping on it, there has been some recent news about certain songs that Tech 9 plays at the gathering, such as Areola, such as the Titty song. You know, Tech 9 plays songs about breasts and about females showing their breasts and their areolas and shit. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Because Tech 9, you know, has a lot of mainstream followers, there's a lot of super mainstream yuppie hipster fucking idiots that listen to his music these days. Someone decided to sue Tech 9. Somebody decided to sue Tech 9 because he apparently had a child that went to a Tech 9 show and saw areolas. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. some ninja saw areolas at a Tech Nine show, and their mom and dad decided to sue Tech Nine. You know what? This is 2019, and because of this SJW era that we live in, you know what? The lawsuit went through. Tech Nine got sued, and he, as a result, was no longer allowed to play areola at one of his normal shows. Okay? Now, I know a lot of you ninjas know this story already, but I'm telling it for y'all who don't happen to know. You know, so he got sued. He couldn't play this fucking goddamn song anymore. And what ended up happening is he came to the gathering of the Juggalos last year. And what did he tell everybody? He said to the crowd, he said, guess what, motherfuckers and motherfuckers? This is the only place on the face of this planet that I can play this song, Areola. And guess what? He said the Gathering of the Juggalos is the only place he will ever play areolas again. So that's right, motherfuckers and motherfuckettes. Alas, Tech Nine will be at the gathering of the motherfucking Otis and be playing areolas for all you juggalettes who want to flap your floppy udders in the breeze, for all you huge, obese, gigantic, floppy uddered women who'd love to flap their udders in the breeze, as that slight, calm, cool July breeze comes and flops your titties like a goddamn, flappy, inflatable, arm flailing tube man in the air. Your nipples practically growing wings. Your areolas sprouting wings and flying off into the distance. So all you udder bearing juggalettes or, even juggalos who want to show your areolas to the universe and just want to fucking flap those udders into the breeze and just let your man udders, fucking catch that sweet July crisp air and just let the sweat on your flappy man udders dry in the breeze as you dance to Tech Nine's anthem of Areola. You're in luck, motherfucking sons of bitches. Y'all are in luck. Because guess what? You'll hear Tech Nine play that song on one place on the motherfucking planet, and that is the gathering of the motherfucking Juggalos, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. Only one place on this earth will you hear that song. So yeah, Tech Nine will be at the gathering. In other news, Jedi mind tricks. Vinny Paz playing a gathering of the motherfucking Buffaloes, y'all. Now, excuse me while I multitask. I'm going to send out this link to get this show rolling, motherfuckers. So I'm going to try to multitask while I talk about Vinny Paz and Jedi mind tricks at the gathering of the motherfucking Juggalo. So, for all you motherfuckers that don't know about Jedi mind tricks, I'm not here to school you on Jedi mind tricks because that's just, I ain't here to do that. But if you know Jedi mind and you know Vinny Paz and you know Army of the Pharaohs, then you know that Vinny Paz and Jedi mind tricks are dope. And you'll also probably be wondering why they've never played a gathering before. Why have these guys never been at the gathering? And, well, no need to wonder anymore. Here at the 20th annual, we will be experiencing Vinny Paz and Jedi mind tricks, baby. Motherfucker. So I'm gonna post the link here in the Slayer Naughty. All you motherfuckers who want to get on in the Slayer Naughty can join. So yeah, Jedi Mind Tricks playing the Gathering of the goddamn Juggalos. Who else? Who else was just announced this week to play the Gathering of the Juggalos? We got some random shit from Randy from Trailer Park Boys. Now, if y'all motherfuckers don't know about Trailer Park Boys, then I will tell you, go watch Trailer Park Boys. That shit's funny. And I know, you either love them or you hate them. There's no ninjas that are in between that are like, Trailer Park Boys is all right. No, it's either you love them or you hate them. Me, I love them. I've been watching these motherfuckers for a long time. They, to me, they are kind of juggalos. And I've always kind of wondered why we don't see them at the goddamn gathering. Anyway, we got motherfucking Randy. I don't know why we didn't get anybody else. They didn't announce Ricky or Julian or Bubbles. So it makes me wonder, are we just kind of like, because we're juggalos and we're like the bottom of the barrel, are we only getting Randy? Or are we happen to be getting, are they going to slowly release to the public fucking, the rest of the actual Trailer Park Boys? Because Randy's like, he's kind of the less important one out of everybody. Who gives a fuck about Randy? You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me, real quick, motherfuckers. I'm trying to multitask. And, it's 1 a.m. here in Colorado. I don't know where it is, where y'all are at. But, I'm drunk and I'm trying to multitask. So give me a fucking goddamn break, all right? Yeah, the Gathering of the Juggalos. If anybody actually gives a flying shit who is playing the Gathering, then I'll tell you right now. There's already being people being invited. Another one I'd like to point out is Ghostmane. I don't know if anybody here knows about Ghostmane, but Ghostmane is dope. He's definitely very unique. He's got his own sound. He's very fucking different. There's no way I can really describe Ghostmane unless you go and actually listen to some of his shit. And I personally dig it. I kind of recently got into him. I haven't really been listening to him for a long time. It was actually just very recently that I started listening to Ghostmane and found out, lo and behold, that this motherfucker is actually pretty ill. And I'm really actually looking forward to seeing him live. That's going to be really fucking dope to see this motherfucker live. So as of now, that's pretty much everything that we got announced in terms of, big names playing for the Gathering of the Juggalos. I actually missed the Juggalo show tonight. Shout outs to KJ Riddle. He'd be live streaming that shit on his fucking channel. For all us non-Facebook having ninjas like me, I don't have a fucking Facebook, and I just rely on KJ Riddle to put that shit out. So I'm gonna have to go watch the Juggalo show from tonight later. I don't know if anything was announced. I know they did more demo jams and shit. I think actually Maximum Overload was supposed to be on the Juggalo show demo jams tonight. If I am mistaken, I don't know if I have that shit right for sure. But from what I heard, I thought Maximum Overload is actually supposed to be doing his demo jam shit tonight. So if any of y'all ninjas in the chat happen to know what happened with that, fucking let me know. Otherwise I'm gonna have to go catch it. I'm gonna have to go replay that shit. So I actually have Hell Spit coming on the motherfucking show to chop it up with me. I posted the link in the Slayer Naughty if anybody else wants to get up on here, and we can discuss the rest of the fucking news. Because there's actually more news to be talked about. on this shit tonight. New Have-Nots, yeah, Necessary Evil. Thanks for bringing that shit up. I played that new Have-Not song at the very beginning of the show. For all y'all who haven't heard it, I fucking love that shit. I fucking love that shit. It doesn't. Oh yeah, okay. I'll admit this. It doesn't have the greatest production. It's not necessarily the best sounding, but I love just the chorus and the feeling and just the fucking lyrics. I love that song. Gonna watch the evil that man do. Kinda high, but I see you. That shit's dope, man. That shit is dope. I'm fucking super fucking happy to hear new Have-Nots. ABK, he's one of my favorites of all time. ABK is one of my favorites. And, Big Hoodoo, I fucking, mad shout outs to Big Hoodoo. He is dope. I love Big Hoodoo. And it's not Bones Dub anymore, obviously. Bones Dub is no longer part of the Have-Nots. That's just how it is right now. And it's ABK and Hoodoo putting it motherfucking down. And it's just great to hear some new shit. I've always said since the very beginning, since Psychopathic brought on Big Hoodoo, I've always thought like Big Hoodoo and ABK together, that's a perfect pair right there. Like, they both have kind of their gimmick. ABK's got his warrior gimmick, and his native warrior gimmick, and Big Hoodoo. He's like got that witch doctor, voodoo gimmick. And both of those motherfuckers together, that's just where it's at. And we got motherfucking Hellspit in the house. You know what? It's
whoop whoop
Friday. Whoop whoop. It's Friday.
How was that Twisted show, huh?
We're gonna fucking cheers, my brother. You know what? I already know you got a drink. So don't even act like you don't. Fucking cheers, motherfucker.
Yeah, much love, homie.
So thanks for coming on the show, Hellspit, Colt Shit, Mr. Whitebeard. You got so many names. You're a man of many, many names.
They call me J Love as well. Little Sugar. I got too many fucking stupid names, bro.
Dude, they might as well make a dictionary for the amount of fucking names you have.
Oh, goddamn. Thanks for having me on, Danny boy. I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, man. Of course. I'm trying to do my weekly what the fuck is happening now. There's all kinds of new news that's been dropped this week. All kinds of stuff stirring around in the Juggalo community. There's always shit popping here. You can never expect this scene to die. That's part of the reason we all say we won't die, because this shit is alive and popping. This Juggalo underground scene, it is a living, breathing entity. It is alive and well, my friend. So, anyone that says this shit's dead, they got their ears clogged, man.
They're fucking clueless, huh? It's never going away, dude. The haters only make it fucking better.
That's right, man. The haters just make us shine even fucking brighter. So, we were just talking about the new Have-Not song.
Yeah.
Have you heard it?
I only heard it through your, at the first, 3 minutes or whatever, the video. But I love the fuck out of Big Hoodoo and ABK together. Those are two of my favorite artists, so.
Hell yeah,
fire.
Man.
Fucking fire.
I love it, man. I thought it turned out great, and it makes me think that they might be coming out with another little album. Who knows? The only thing we've ever heard from the Have-Nots is a little EP they came out with, and I think it was about 2016. It was about 3 years ago. The Have-Nots came out with a little EP, and I forget what it was called. But that's all we have. So any kind of new music from them is a relief. It's a dope thing to hear. And yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Church of Keller J. Whoop whoop. Yo, what up, Church of Keller J?
Church. Whoop, whoop.
Is that church? I don't know who that is.
I'm pretty sure it's. Well, I actually have no idea. I can't see the fucking chat. Yo,
Not
that's
sure I've
hilarious.
ever
Yo,
seen
yo,
this.
yo, 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 yo. I just came outside. My fucking neighbor always goes inside when I come out. It's hilarious.
Oh man, maybe you smell bad or something.
Nah, man, I just showered.
Maybe he's just a fucking prick.
Yeah, could be. You never know.
Yeah, you know, I ain't trying to get all up in your big fucking business with your neighbor and shit.
Yeah. I try to like say what I gotta say, but like not too fucking loud because everyone can hear everything you say here.
Right. Well, you know what? Fuck your neighbor.
I agree.
Fucker.
I agree. Fuck.
Fucker. Stay outside when hell spits outside. Yo, it was called We Gonna Rock. My name is Keller J and the Naughty. My real name is Cody. Whoop, whoop. What's up? Good to meet you, Cody. Keller J. Welcome to the motherfucking episode of What the Fuck's Happening Now. You know, we got a couple things to talk about tonight. You know, anybody who tuned in late to the episode, you know, I decided on the whim to go see Twisted tonight. And you know, I've been, I ain't gonna lie, you know, I'm drinking tonight. I'm already kind of like spilling the beans and shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been on kind of a haterific tip, you know, lately when it concerns Twisted. I've kind of been on a haterific, you know, fuck Twisted kind of tip lately. Not, you know, not totally like fuck Twisted, but kind of like, yo, they're doing whack shit. And, you know, I've been going to Twisted shows almost every year for years now, man. They come to my city. You know, Denver's always been down with Twisted. They've always, you know, I've been going there for a while, but lately I haven't seen Twisted in a while. And, you know, I've kind of been on a little bit of a haterific tip. And, you know, I'm not going to lie right now. You know, you'll hear it right now on What the Fuck is Happening Now. That new Twisted album, you know, I heard it. I heard a lot of it. I didn't hear the whole thing, but I heard a lot of it today. And a lot of it's really fucking dope. You know, a lot of it's when it comes to musical styles and when it comes to the music, it's actually pretty fucking dope. I ain't gonna lie. And you know what? It kind of made me on a whim decide to go to Twisted. So I was like, let's go to fucking Twisted. And I went and they played a long set. They played all kinds of shit from old school to new school. And, you know, I let my nutsack drag down to the fucking ground and watched Twisted while I let my nuts hang and swing in the breeze.
Sorry.
What the fuck is going on over there?
Oh, my sweetheart and neighbors just walked by. You're over here talking about your fucking nuts dragon.
That's right. That's right, Hellspit's neighbor. Listen to my nuts hang on the ground.
No, those are good neighbors. That was fucking awesome.
Oh, okay. So,
I think the number one thing is just fucking separate the art from the artist. You know what I'm saying? If there's any like issues with something they're saying in real life or whatever the fuck, that was the beauty of the old days. We didn't have the internet and everybody fucking talking about every goddamn thing happening. You just heard the music and like, this shit's fire, and that was it. End of story. And then you just bump that shit. These days, there's like fucking 9,000 things going on to change your opinions, dude.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This little divide, this little beef that's been going on between, you know, ICP and Twisted for the past couple of years, you know, especially since about 2017. I gotta say, you know, it's getting old and it's kind of getting stale. And a lot. Yeah, totally, man. And the thing with it is with how stale it is, a lot of ninjas are keeping it alive.
Well, the stalest thing is M&E will never go to the gathering. Like the majority of M&E, anyways, to my knowledge.
Right. You know, definitely, and that's a whole nother issue within itself. But I think a lot of it is, you know, Psychopathic isn't inviting them. You know, they're not getting
yeah.
invites. And you know, Twisted has said in multiple interviews, you know, I don't know if this is true or not, but according to what they have said, is they would go if they were invited. So you know, they're not getting invited.
Yeah,
So,
no, I'm so over the beef, dude. Yeah, I had my haterific phase too, just because of YouTube people.
yeah, I mean,
They filled my head with so much shit. I soaked it up like a goddamn sponge. And then one day I said, "Fuck all that."
you're understanding what I'm saying. You and me, we've been juggalos for a long time, brother. Like this beef shit, this new kind of beef era. It's not what we're used to. You know, this isn't what we're used to. So I gotta say, it's not really easy to just adjust to it and live like that forever. You know, I'm a human being, just like Twisted, just like ICP. We're all human, so we all go through these emotions. Yeah, was I pissed? Am I pissed at some of the things that Twisted has done and said? Yes. You know, am I gonna lie? No, man. Twisted has pissed me off and some of the things they've done and said. Am I the type of ninja that's gonna just turn my back and say, yo, fuck you because of it? No. You know, personally, those motherfuckers were there when I was growing up. You know, I listened to Twisted and ICP, you know, equally as much when I was growing up. And I can't just disregard them and say, hey, fuck Twisted just because of some recent shit. Just because of some hella recent shit. So, you know, that's where I'm at with it.
Whoop whoop, Danny boy.
It's just kind of like,
We had the beef. It was all fun and exciting. We all threw out our fucking nonsense. It's over. Move on.
man, amen to that, brother. You know, this internet bullshit that's been going down, it's getting stale, dog.
All the shows I've been to, man. Here's the reality of the situation. Is I know very few juggalos who even fucking know what the YJC is. The ones who don't know about the YouTube community are just like fucking living in juggalo paradise. Still chilling on the island, having a good time. Not even fucking worried about it, going to shows.
Well, you know,
just fucking soaking it up.
It's what I've been saying this whole time. It's like the beef doesn't exist out there in the real world, just barely, you know. It's really just here on the internet. You know, it's mostly just ninjas here on the internet that are keeping this beef alive. You go out to an actual show, you know, you go out to an event, you go out to a gathering, you see for yourself that like a lot of the shit that everybody's sweating over is just on the internet.
It's a shame. It's a shame. Someday it'll fucking blow over, but God knows when that'll be for everybody, anyways.
Yeah, for real, man, for real. You know, it's getting old. It's getting you know, and I won't lie. For a while, it was a little bit fun. It was a little bit fun, you know, just being on the haterific tip and just you know dwelling in the drama. But I gotta say, like, I'm a juggalo at heart. I'm a real juggalo. And like it's in my blood. It runs through my very veins. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't spend all this fucking time being pissed because for so many years of my juggalo life, it was all about the shine and it was all about the dark carnival magic that truly exists. That truly exists.
What I like about you fucking Colorado ninjas is ex-murder boys are from Denver 303, Wicked 303. And it made it a lot harder for a lot of you to just fucking hate it because it's like, nah, this shit's been my shit the whole time. Because when I found everybody, I remember I stumbled on ex-murder boys on fucking YouTube way back, but I didn't even read nobody's fucking comments. I just clicked on fucking links of music, and I seen them rocking Hatchet Man and shit, and I'm like, yes, fucking yes. Like, this is what's up. I'm down. I'm fucking down with that.
Fuck yeah. No, totally. Yeah, young Otis, the Otis killer. Yeah, Otis, the Lotus killer. Slayer 17. Why don't you come on in, brother? Why don't you come on in? I left the link in that Slayer naughty. Click that bitch and we can all have a conversation. And you know what? I agree, man. We had to dominate for the sake of the 17 because the 17 is holy and the 17 does dominate. And you know, especially a lot of these new age ninjas, they don't understand the 17. They don't understand the power of, you know, the 17 and the magic that it does truly hold. So if
Hell
you
yeah.
feel,
That first fucking card dropping, day one, 17 albums. Or fucking, yeah, like 17 purchases of the album.
yep, Carnival
Gangster.
of Carnage. That's right. Sold 17 copies.
I think I know they said that on the fucking, what the hell is it? What? Behind the Paint, the book. But like where I first heard it was that seminar when they were revealing the Wraith, when they were revealing the Six Jokers card. It's like almost an hour long. It was like the 2002 gathering. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yep.
That shit was fire. Back when everybody was together, it was just like, I know that's fucking forever ago. That's like 17 years now. But
Hell yeah,
like
dude.
from
It's
then
just
till
crazy.
now, it's like, what the fuck happened, yo?
Definitely, man. And you know, the 17 is eternal. That shit will never die. And you know, motherfuckers need to understand, you know, remember 17 Dead? Remember that song on Beverly
Yeah,
Hills?
Beverly Kills. Yeah, that shit was fire.
Fuck yeah, you know, 17 bodies in my backyard, you know, for the 17 bodies that was never found. You know, 17, you know, a lot of you motherfuckers out there be laughing at Slayer 17 on the internet because, you know, he's very animated about the power of the 17. But you all must understand that the 17, it animates us, especially us true juggalos. We let ourselves be animated by the power of the 17.
17 was dropped all over Dark Carnival, everything. Like Twisted dropped 17. What was it? I can't remember what track it was at this moment in time. In Mirror Mirror, they said some shit about like look in the mirror and say Twisted 17 times.
17 times.
Like 17 was fucking everywhere.
Dude, totally, man. We can't forget the power of the 17. You know, that shit has lived from the very beginning and is still, you know, most, I can't say all, but most ICP albums, you know, are 17 tracks long,
Yeah.
you know. And we see the 17, you know, synchronicity fucking appearing in our lives. I don't know about you, but I see the 17 appear everywhere, you know, especially on a lot of, you know, pure juggalo. You know, I hate to bring YouTube up into it, but a lot of these pure juggalo YouTube videos, 17 likes.
Yeah, my motherfucking my house number has 17 in it, so yeah, I feel you.
Fuck yeah. I used to live in apartment 17. You know, back a couple of years ago, I used to live in apartment 17. And here we have Slayer 17 to help us.
We just can't escape 17, man.
We got to help, you know, help us understand the power of the 17 even further. That's what we're talking about right now, Slayer, is the power of the 17. You're muted, motherfucker.
You're muted, homie. Yeah, you're definitely muted.
Nah, you're fucked up, bro. Fucked up.
He's like, take his fucking headphones off.
Nah. I think there might be something wrong with your headphones, bro, because I could hear you putting them in and out of the jack like you were putting your dick in and out of the headphone jack. Just sliding your dick out of the headphone jack. Yeah, you know what? When you're alone at home and there ain't nothing to do and you're bored as fuck, you just got off work and you're horny and all that's there is the headphone jack. You know, if your dick is thin enough, just slide it right on.
Maybe that's why it's not working, isn't it? It's the residuals of the entire experience just fucked off his entire audio system.
Or it could also be pubic hair caught up in it. You know, you get just one pube up in that bitch, and you're getting static from it, all kinds.
Tech Nine's doing areolas.
It wet.
All right, we can hear you now,
You're on the air, slug god.
You're on the motherfucker.
I was worried I got my shit wet when I did a fucking spinning juggalo back fist to that gravity bong and shattered that pitcher into like fucking 17 pieces. Speaking of the 17.
Man,
and water splashed onto my laptop, and it was just enough that I think it's going to be okay, but it was getting to be a dangerous amount.
fuck, we missed that, bro. I
Yeah, it's shit.
I didn't catch that part.
Yeah, it was at some point, something I did recently. But you got to think about the levels of the 17. Holy fuck. Remember 2017 midnight when the clock struck 12. Young Otis, the Lotus Killer, and Twisted announced that Otis had stabbed ICP in the balls
Dude,
and slayed the Lotus.
I was there at the Roxy Theater that night on New Year's Eve.
So they timed that, right? They timed that specific. Otis did probably and Twisted as a collaborative effort. They were like, we're going to make our attack on their prophecy of the 17, because ICP had been talking about the 17 for like 27 years up until that point. When it finally got there,
Go ahead.
that was a big 17 fuck you to the Wicked Clowns. They were like, no, 17's ours. We're taking that shit. We claim it. It's a power struggle. You see what I'm saying? Over the 17.
Definitely.
I do. What are your thoughts on this, though? All right. I realize like 17's clearly just juggled the fuck out. Yeah. So obviously, ICP is clearly going to be dropping something as this year comes like just fucking in full throttle. So like, were we just assuming you're Twisted? You're on the M&E campsite. You know what I mean? Are you just not supposed to do dick because you know that Psychopathic is going to do something on that exact day? I'm not being honest, so like, because as far as I'm concerned, it would be pretty natural that they both want to drop something going into a new year. Maybe it was just what it was that was announced was the fucking
But that
buzzkill.
event was like, that divided everything. That fulfilled the prophecy of what they were talking about. But ICP planned for everything in that year to be all good, and for it to be like shining diamonds and beaming and 17 and shit. But the exact opposite happened because they attacked their whole plan for that year. Their whole theme was Heaven's Beam and 17. And it was all like positivity and shit. Heaven's Beam. But Twisted and Otis were like, no, we're raining on your fucking parade with a dark fucking thunderstorm cloud. Fuck you. We're going to ruin that for the whole year, because that was midnight, the very beginning of the year. So there's no way they didn't strategically do that. That's what I'm saying.
And I know Slayer 17 knows about, you know, how Otis, it was actually prophesied for him to be that one. It couldn't have been anybody else besides.
Otis even says that. If you listen to Young Wicked's music, even Axe Murder Boys back in the day, he's always making those claims about himself. You know what I'm saying? You know that. He thinks he's this chosen prophet, angel of God, demon slayer, all this shit. And he actually did do that. You know, he kind of did actually hold up his claim. He did it. He divided the Juggalo world. Now he calls ICP the demons. If you listen to his EP Vengeance, when he first got on with M&E, that shit was all about ICP being demons. And his whole career, he had been talking about slaying the demons since he was like 12 years old, with this fucking album called Tormented and another one called Mental Asylum.
Yeah, he's been
also, their whole musical career is based on a movie called Frailty. Did you know that, Danny boy?
Yeah, that shit's nuts, dude. Because a lot of it was before they were even like really doing their thing. Like they were
they were talking about that movie. In the movie, the name of the axe is Otis. It even says it right there on the axe. It's named Otis.
Right.
And in the movie, an angel comes to this father of two sons, and Otis is claiming that he's the older brother or the younger brother, and Bones was the older brother or whatever. But the magical axe had the power to kill the demons, and he like applied that to his music, and then 2017 he implemented that in reality. So, and he's always talking about bringing these things into reality and slaying the demons and shit. He actually did that. If people study Otis's music and then look at what he did, he followed through with his own prophecy. It's some crazy shit.
Yeah, it was prophecy, and it's really strange how that movie actually came out fucking after they were already.
He's been calling himself Otis, which came from that movie since at least 1998. He's been doing music as Axe Murder Boys since they were really young. Otis was like 12 and Bones was like 13 or 14.
Yeah, they were doing it as teenagers, but what I'm saying is crazy is the movie came out in like 2000, 2001 or something.
2002. Yeah, 2002.
They weren't even signed yet.
The first A&B album as Otis came out in 1999. But he'd been calling himself that since at least 99, I'm saying probably since 98, but at least 99 because all over that album, he's saying bow down to the OTIS, killing you and your friends and leaving a bloody mess like chess. I'm about to steal your queen, cut her and sever so you can hear her scream in your dreams at night, wishing that you knew why, but the body couldn't even be identified. He's talking about a 12 years old motherfucker. The clock strikes 2017 and I'm gonna slay you all. Fuck this Dark Carnival shit. Fuck your Dark Lotus shit. I'm Otis, the Lotus Killer, bitch. That's what he did. So it's fucking. You can hate on Otis, but he did it, man. He did what he set out to do. That's all. Maybe it'll all come back together again one day, but he did his part of the fucking work.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say is that's part of why it's on such another level shit is because the movie came out afterwards. So he was already prophesying on it. It's almost like it was already, it laid in set in stone to happen.
And I try to talk to him about that movie and other things, but that movie is a big thing because he would have to give me a real explanation, which he can't do. And he's scared to have this talk with me, either scared or doesn't want to. Like, he probably played around with a Ouija board when he was like 10, him and Bones and some people. I don't know what the fuck they did, but somehow they fucking knew some shit about future events from a very young age. Like, those two brothers are probably like psychically connected to some shit.
A lot of motherfuckers don't know about that Slayer 17. So,
but why won't Otis acknowledge? Like, when I ask him these questions, he kicks me out of tries to kick me out of places or just closes his eyes. One time I was literally talking to Otis right in his face. He's sitting there in the corner of the stage playing a guitar, and I'm telling him all about the movie Frailty and how there's no way he could have known that. You got to explain this prophecy. I already know about the prophecy. Why don't you just confirm to me how you became aware of it? And he just literally sits there, closes his eyes, and waits until some guy in a clown suit says you can't be that close to the artist. Then I turn around to Bones and say the same shit. And I'm like this close to him though. And he closes his eyes. And I'm like, fuck y'all. Y'all are really that retarded? No, they know exactly what I'm saying. Oh, they hear everything I'm saying, but they don't want to acknowledge it. And then another time at the gathering, this was the 17th annual gathering. The last gathering Otis was ever a part of. He kicked me out for yelling the power of the 17. I yelled it. Everyone else, it was like in the funhouse tent, Otis was judging a freestyle rap battle competition. And everyone was saying whoop whoop. He was supposed to judge this guy who actually had an A&B tattoo on, but he didn't hear him because he was so nervous about me because I already knew him from that other concert and from sending him these emails about the prophecy. I used to have his email address. It was like fucking Otis at axemurderboys.com. I got it. Like, he's fucking tweeted. He sent it in like one little Instagram comment one time. I fucking snagged that shit and fucking harassed the shit out of him with the truth. But for real, he kicked me out of the fucking funhouse tent. He immediately turns around to his canonized goons saying, it's Slayer 17. He's yelling the power of the 17. I don't know what to do. I'm panicking. And Jay Dirty and one of his other homies come out and pull me out of. They say, hey, what's up? Come over here. They try to get me out of the crowd, and I just walk over to him like, what's up? I'm trying to talk to Otis. Y'all are trying to prevent me from fucking spreading this gospel? They were like, Otis is creeping.
Oh, Slayer.
Otis said,
Well,
you're
damn,
creeping
Slayer,
him out.
if
You're
you're
scaring
correct
him.
about all this, and I'm Otis, there's no fucking way at this point in time I want to say that I knew I was gonna fuck all this up. Like, there's no way I'm admitting to that. And, like, there was like crazy subliminals, all kinds of shit, but to just come out and say that, dude, yeah, right. I don't think he'd ever want to admit that if that was all completely 100%
Right, I mean,
confirmed and true.
That's why they were trying to shut him down. You know?
Danny boy, dude, you are my only hope, man. I need your help. Because Otis, he does this to me every time in person. He either shuts it down somehow or you live in Denver. Next time that motherfucker comes, fuck getting him to say the Juggernaut. He already knows Juggernaut dominates. What we need to interrogate him about is the frailty prophecy. Get all your facts together. The fucking Wikipedia.
Yeah.
You can prove that shit to him. His discography. Say, look, Otis, I already know all about. You got to watch the movie too first. If you have not seen the movie, watch the movie. Dude, the brother looks exactly like Otis did as a kid. The little brother he looks like Otis did as a kid.
They're there to
and the other brother looks a lot like Bones did as a kid.
It's crazy.
It's fucking crazy. You got to get the dates together and say your first album came out Tormented in 1999. It was describing scenes from the movie Frailty about slaying the demons.
Come out till 3 years later.
Yeah.
3 years later.
You were calling yourself Otis, and remember this part, that is the name of the magical axe from God in the movie given to the Father to kill the demons with, and it's named Otis. It has engraved on the axe, the wooden part. It's in videos of mine on my fucking channel. Pictures of the axe called Otis. It has OTIS engraved on the handle.
Yeah, dude, I've seen the movie, man.
So, Otis, how did you know about this movie when you were a kid in 1999, before it had come out, calling yourself Otis the Axe ahead of time? How are you that prophetic chosen one, young lad, when you were a young lad?
So, in the whole big picture, do you think anything is actually, yes, that prophecy came true. Yes, the prophecy was foretold and it happened. But what's next? What actually happened? What's going to happen what's going to happen with Otis, the Lotus Killer now? When it comes to the prophecy of the 17. And
he's on a big crusade, man. He just wants to fucking slay as many of the demons as much as possible. He's obsessed with it. Can't you tell how obsessed he is? That's all he ever talks about. Like, he has a few songs, he'll fucking rap about weed and crazy shit or whatever. But most of his shit is centered around the frailty theme of him slaying the demons. Yeah.
Yeah, demon killer.
Return of the Prodigal Son. I mean, everything. Unforgiven 4. All that shit. It's always been that way with him.
That's crazy that you know this shit. It's like,
yeah, I was gonna say, you're dropping fucking knowledge I'm sure a lot of ninjas are oblivious to be honest with you. That's fucking fire. That's crazy.
Because not many people know about this shit. And
well, it scares Otis that I was able to figure all of that out. He's never had a juggalo come to him with all this shit that only he knew until me,
Dude, you're right. I gotta dominate him with that shit next time
You can. That's why I'm trying to inform you. I've been trying to tell you about this shit. If you get all your facts together and present it to him, like I've told you, he's gonna have to give you some sort of credible answer. Or you can be like, that's bullshit. This is the timeline. You can't do it. And there's a music video. It's the Body in the Hole.
Mm-hmm.
Body in the Hole from that EP music video that has scenes from the movie Frailty all throughout it.
That movie.
Huh?
Yeah.
And that movie, I'll put your body in a hole buried 6 feet underground. That's all about putting the demon in the hole. In the movie, the father and the 2 sons had to take the demons to the...
As well?
What?
I'm sorry, I missed that part. Did you say that track came
There's
out
a
before the
music
movie, or was that
video, an Axe Murder Boys music video that they just like Otis created on his computer for the fucking Body in a Hole EP, which wasn't released on Psychopathic. It might have been released on Hatchet House or something.
Yeah,
Okay,
really.
And that has scenes from the movie Frailty in it. It opens up with the father telling the two sons about the fact that they've been chosen by God to slay the demons on earth, and they're given a list by the angel, and people can't see these demons because they look like ordinary people, but only they know who the real demons are in the world, and they have the axe called Otis to kill these demons with. And when they have the axe, like, they can't be seen by the demons.
And this motherfucker. That's right. Fat Scott's seen this movie. Fucking Frailty, Bill.
Yeah, Frailty, man. Okay, and then the next thing is the God's Hand album.
Yep.
The God's Hand album. That one is entirely based. That is a Jack Move ripoff of the movie Frailty all the way through. The song Rose Garden, that's from the movie Frailty, where they take the demons to the Rose Garden and bury them.
Bro.
The song God's Hand Killers.
Yeah.
God's Hand Killers. That the name of the killer that the police are after, that the detective is investigating, is called in the newspapers the God's Hand Killers.
Killer.
All that shit, that whole thing is based on the movie Frailty.
Man, you're right, bro. Fuck Juggernaut shout outs. I'm gonna have to.
This is the real Juggernaut shit. The shit the Juggernaut doesn't like to hear about because it scares them. And same thing with Otis, except Otis is real Juggernaut, man. These people could never be as inner naughty as Otis is. He knows fucking real secrets. He has real insight into the future, and he is the chosen one as far as what he does. Yeah. So
you're right.
If you're able to present this to him like in an educated way that makes a lot of sense and flows together, where there's no holes in your presentation and argument, you're going to have him backed into a corner the way I couldn't get him, because he's not going to expect it coming from you. He expected it coming from me because I'm already psycho to begin with. Like, you're a Denver juggalo. He's going to he's not going to be scared of you. He's not going to. Right. He's going to embrace you. And if you just catch him off guard with all this shit, he's going to have to fucking tell you what's up. He's going to have to give you a real answer, or he's going to do what he's done to me twice. And if he does that to you, you can be like, all right, I see now why you did that shit to Slayer 17. You know, you're fucking hiding shit. You're lying. You're fucking snake ass motherfucker, man. We fucking got your ass right here, and you can't even be honest. You can't even tell the truth. You're a Juffalo ass motherfucker, Otis. If you can't be honest right here when we got you dead to rights, caught red-handed, and it ain't even about that. Which just, if a real juggalo, if I bring this shit to you and you know, you'll confirm something. Because no one else is doing that. Who else has brought this shit to you, Otis? When Danny Boy comes, you will respect Danny Boy, God damn it, Otis, because you may be the Lotus Killer, but Slayer 17 can fucking kill you if you don't tell the truth to Danny Boy. And when he catches you,
he'll kill you.
Pray it doesn't. Well, you don't even have to get it on camera or anything like that, man, because you'll know the fucking truth, and I'll believe what you say, man. And fuck the rest of these people. It'll just, if he tells the truth, it'll be between me, you, and Otis, and that's good enough. And fucking, it's real shit, because right now, he obviously doesn't want people to know about it. He wants it to remain a secret, but if he can't fucking trust the person who figured it out on his own, following all the pieces, all the evidence, and a fucking person, juggalo, who's been going to shows of his since Galaxy from his hometown, then he can't trust anybody. So he's just a fucking demon himself. Yeah. That's the thing. Otis might be the very demon he's talking about himself. He's so obsessed. He's the demon, man. He could be, or he's gonna fucking be down with us because we're of the truth. And if he's really of the truth, like he's really this prodigal son motherfucker, all this shit he says about himself, he's either schizophrenic He's schizophrenic, but he's also more than schizophrenic. Like he actually sees things that ordinary people don't see, obviously. So if you fucking get him, fetch him, man. He'll be coming through. Stalk that motherfucker's shit, what he's up to. Get your plan together. You're gonna be you're gonna be the prophet of the 17. You're a messenger now, man.
Yeah, next time
I'm real shit. Wikipedia discography. Show them years. Google frailty release date.
Yeah.
It's like April 2002, I think. Show him. We're gonna get him, man. He's been running for too long. He's been running and hiding. It's time he just owned up, and he's either going to get dominated by a Denver juggalo, bearing the truth, bearing the messenger.
What do you think would happen? What do you think would happen if he got actually dominated with the truth?
This is
then
wild.
then he's going to be exposed fully. It's going to confirm to me and to all the powers that be that we can't even see that Otis is a fucking liar and he is actually the demon. It's just a test because Otis has always been one of my favorite juggalo rappers. Like my favorite juggalo rapper as far as A and B back in the day. Yeah. That was my favorite shit. So it's like he has this very unique message that none of the other juggalos have, like on the level of Otis. That he's got a lot of shit going on. It's very fucking elaborate, and a lot of it's pretty fucking inspiring, actually. So if he's gonna be real and confirm and talk and care about like this truth that he claims to represent, then he's not gonna have a problem with what you're saying. But if he just ignores you and tries to shut you down and act like you're crazy, like he does, he tries to play it off like I'm crazy. I got into this fucking Instagram war when he was running this fucking contest, the Still I Rise contest, because I slayed everybody, even Playboy the Beast, and he let Playboy the Beast win, but then he was too scared to give the prize, the music video, to Playboy the Beast, and he never did it because I ruined the whole thing for him, because I came in there and it was like me and Twisted and Young Wicked going at it on Instagram in the comments for the Still I Rise announcement winner, which was Playboy the Beast. But he never fucking fulfilled his end of the bargain to Playboy the Beast because he doesn't want this secret getting exposed. And I was in there exposing the fucking Still I Rise secrets only because he kicked me out of the fucking funhouse tent and tried to sick his goons on me, which they didn't do shit because I was just so full of the power. I was like, I'm not even fucking leaving the tent. They were like, well, can you please just fucking go up, stand in the back? Otis doesn't want you up that close in the front of the crowd. You're making him nervous. And I said, all right, I'll stand in the back. And then I just stand back there and look at Otis. I'm like, dude, I'm still in here. You know what time it is. And eventually I fucking walk out by my own accord. And one of these other motherfuckers from Canonized, one of his friends, pulls up on a golf cart and he's like, hey, Otis doesn't even want you anywhere around the fucking funhouse tent. He said, you're creeping him out. Stay away from him or we're all going to jump you. And I was like, I didn't even do shit but bring the truth. Wow. That's all I said. And I was like, I just walked off.
17th gathering, you said?
That was yeah, it was in Thornville, Ohio. It was the 2016 17th annual gathering.
Yeah.
This was in the funhouse tent. And I just walked off like, you've been dominated. Like you're resorting to that now because I dominated you. Okay, I'll take that victory. And I just walked off and he passed me on the golf cart and now he had like somebody in the passenger seat with him. And I just took that right turn to the main stage. And then he came back with Bones Dub in the passenger seat, and just to piss him off, they came driving towards me, and this guy who was threatening me and shit was driving, but fucking Bones Dub was in the passenger seat, and I just walk alongside Bones Dub and like dap him up, and he puts out his hand, and Bones Dub gives me the dap up. What I say is, God bless you, brother, because I was like, look, motherfucker, fuck you. you're gonna turn down God bless you, brother, you fucking little preachy little fucking Christian boy faggots. And I'm like, so he didn't do it because that would have made him look too fucking fake. He couldn't resist the fucking power and fucking but the guy driving was just like mean mugging me, like he wanted to jump out and kill me. It just was boiling him alive. Like, you dominated again. I got double dominated. And then they got up to the top of the hill where the main stage goes up to that hill, and he like stopped, and he was just turning around looking at me like Bones, should I go fuck him up? Should I go? And Bones was just like ignoring him, like, no, you can't fuck with Slayer 17. What do? You just got dominated, accept it, and keep it moving.
I understand.
Yeah, Bones knows, but I don't really have an issue with Bones, even though he doesn't want to talk to me about it either. He actually at least did that for me to show this motherfucker, no, he knows what he's doing. We're just not going to acknowledge it with words right now. The whole prophecy has to go through first, because this was before 2017. This was July or early August. It was probably like August 1st, 2016. And fucking, so 2017 hadn't come yet, but I did this shit at the gathering. And then this was the 17th annual gathering. And then
I know exactly what you're talking about. I was there on that night.
From the 17th annual gathering to midnight 2017, all that bullshit happened. But on midnight 2017, Otis announced the stabbing in the back, the betrayal, the jumping ship to Twisted. Yeah. So that was all connected, and that's why he fears it. Because if you call him out on the frailty prophecy, what does the word frailty mean? Look it up. It means weakness. To be frail is weak. Frailty is weakness. So if Otis denies all the facts that you bring to him about the prophecy of frailty, you can then say, oh, I get it now. You're frailty, Otis. You're the weak bitch who can't, it'll be total domination. He'll have to fucking accept the challenge.
Motherfucker.
You got him.
You've
got the power. Danny Boy has the power to dominate Otis the Lotus Killer for all the juggalos. The power of the 17. Or Otis has the option to just be real and tell us the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's all on Otis.
That's gonna happen. I honestly
it's not. I think he's too damn.
Before Slayer jumped on, we were talking about fuck the beat. We're past all this shit, and then it's been like nonstop fucking Lotus killing.
I think he might be. If he'll do it for anybody, he'll do it for you, because I'm sure you've met him a bunch of times by this point, probably. You're a juggalo he recognizes, right? Probably.
Yeah, he recognizes my face for sure. I mean, I've never been like homies, but I'm homies with some of the people he grew up with. Like, I mean, those are the dudes.
Dude, you're at Denver. He knows who you are. Like, when you walk up, he's like, "Oh, I've met you a bunch of times." Even though
you might not be around here, but he doesn't actually get much love here in Denver anymore, especially these days. He gets actually more hate in Denver than he ever has. It's kind of crazy to see him in his hometown, getting a lot more hate than he does, say in, Seattle or something.
Because he's a liar, man. He does a lot of fucked up shit. He's a liar. He's not trustworthy, or he's got good reasons for all this shit that we don't understand. The fact is, this is the test of him. If he's still like, fuck you, I ain't got any comment on that shit, you don't know what you're talking about, when you can literally point out all this shit. God's hand, motherfucker. You shut the fuck up and tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, God's hand is practically that entire movie, dude.
Exactly. It's scene for scene, that movie, all the way through. It's fucking...
Sorry about that, House. We were just going over the prophecy here. Slayer 17 is actually one of the few individuals that actually understands the prophecy.
Ask Otis, man. Just store that all away in your brain so that the next time you do encounter Otis, you'll be prepared. You got an arsenal now to dominate.
I mean, honestly, I should have been doing this the whole time. I should have done it tonight. I fucked up, man. He dominated me tonight.
Did you actually talk to him when he was
No,
out in the crowd or outside?
I seen him. You know,
But he was like hanging out, talking to people and shit.
I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go home.
Yeah. Damn, I wish we could have had this talk before.
I know. Fuck.
But it all lines up still because you actually saw him earlier tonight, and here we are talking about
when did you
a lot of coincidences, man, a lot of signs.
When did you find all this information? When did you stumble on all this, or how did you put this all together? What was like the beginning of when you realized that too much shit lined up?
And I really started listening just fucking since like 2005 when they came out, man. I fucking wanted to learn everything about A&B because they were a new fucking Juggalo group and they were fucking different and they had a story that I noticed, like all these different things. If you listen to their really old shit, they have a song that says losing 17 like in a demonic voice, and it's fucking crazy. They're like fucking 13. But that's another story, man. But
some of their really old.
Then the God's Hand album came out, and that's when it really started getting deep of me looking into this shit, because then I liked that album a lot, but then like a year or two later, the Body and the Whole EP came out, and they fucking made that music video with scenes from the movie Frailty. And then I was like, what the fuck is this Frailty shit about? Because this is very eerily similar, because I'd already been listening to A&B. Like, I've heard everything from fucking Tormented all the way up. And they had a lot of projects that they did. So fucking, I was like, this movie is like their music. They're telling the story of this, and they've been doing it for a long time. So that's kind of weird. And then I found out, oh shit, the name of the axe in the movie is Otis, and fucking he's going by Otis, and he's talking about he is the demon slayer and the axe slays the demons. So then I was like, fuck, I gotta watch this movie. This movie's great. And it really is a good movie. It's like a fucking thriller. It'll keep you guessing, and there's like no concrete solid explanation for it at the end. It leaves you like multiple possibilities. It's a really deep, multifaceted movie. Everyone should watch Frailty to learn about the prophecy of the Juggalo world, because that's really what it is based on, or
yeah, that's
closely linked to.
Similar to what happened to me. I mean, I saw the movie.
So I watched that, then I started looking up the dates. I was like, when did this movie come out? Oh shit, I was in like 8th grade when this came out or something, or 7th, and fucking then I was like, damn, Otis and Bones have been doing this since before that, though, since 99 at least. And I was like, damn. And then I started just learning more and more and building a case against Otis. And then it finally started getting to like the 2000 Marvelous Missing Link era. And it was like 2015, and I fucking was trying to go confront him. I was like sending him an email, and I went into fucking VIP for ICP, but Otis was on the fucking Marvelous Missing Link tour, and he was supposed to be a part of the fucking VIP too, but he saw me coming up in there, and he fucking wouldn't even VIP with me at all. So it was just me and ICP. And I was like, oh man, I fucking love Otis though. I don't know why the fuck he's tripping. So I'm telling ICP about all this shit, and we're getting into like a deep conversation about it that Otis is just missing out on because he's being a little fucking scared bitch who doesn't want me to put him on blast in front of ICP, because probably ICP doesn't even know like the depth of the fucking Frailty prophecy and shit. They're probably not on that shit. They're probably Otis's personal prophecy that he tries to keep at a distance from ICP because he doesn't want them to know all about it, because it's about how he was going to fucking betray them. So he didn't want them to know all the details of that. And if I come up in there and he would have been there, I would have said more, including him in the conversation. But I kind of just made it about what I had discovered instead of calling Otis and Frailty out to ICP. But then Violent J was like, damn, you know more about the 17 than I do. And I was like, just thinking that's right, Violent J. Why do you think fucking Otis isn't in here? And then his friend, Otis's friend Chop, that motherfucker Axe Murder Chop came in there and like was wanting to meet me and shit, because I guess he had been like eavesdropping from around the corner, but Otis was long gone, like backstage because this was a little room that he went over to the stage. He ran out of there, but Axe Murder Chop, he probably told Axe Murder Chop, now that I think about it, to go keep an eye on me, make sure I don't do anything crazy. And he came in there and like interrupted me and everything when I was fucking talking to Jay and Shaggy, and just walks up to me and sticks his hand out to give me a fucking dap. And I'm like, oh, what's up? You're fucking Chop. I know who you are, because he had been like on some videos driving ICP around doing things with Otis and shit at that time period. And I'd known who he was, but he was like, that's some pretty crazy shit you're talking about. And I was like, because I got like a mixed emotion from him. I was like, you're trying to call me out on something, yet you're trying to fucking honor me at the same time. Like, you can't make up your mind. Your friend Otis is scared. You want to have his back, but you're not going to fucking try to dominate me because Violent J just said I know more about the 17 than he does, so you got to shut the fuck up. And at that point, I just ignored Chop. I'm like, whatever, I don't know what kind of shit you're on. Otis is a bitch is what I'm thinking in my head, so I ain't even going to talk to your bitch ass. And fucking, I just go back to talking to Violent J, and he walks off again. So I was like, that was weird. But then it just gets to the gathering and the different things, man. But basically, he's not going to talk to me unless I just really, he would like force me to make a fucking security scene about it, which is, I don't really want to fucking do that. It's not, like, maybe one day I will. Like, if this goes on forever and ever, then I'll feel I have to. But if he's going to be like that, I'd rather just like watch it unfold. Like, damn, I know everything, but he's scared. But if you're like the prime candidate, you can go have this talk with him, and there's not all this negativity surrounding you like there is me with him, because he views me as something that scares him that he doesn't fully understand, but he does understand a lot of it enough to know that he's scared of it, I guess, or that he doesn't want to share with me what he knows because he views me as a rival or a threat because I know too much as it is.
Right.
But if you do it, you got a really good chance, man. I wouldn't let that pass you by. We all gonna die.
I need to do that shit. Honestly, I fucked up and should have earlier, but you know, I've known a lot of this shit before, and I'm just like, you know what? He needs to be dominated, because I don't think he is gonna give in. I think he's gonna deny it.
Claim Denver for the truth, man. Fuck the lie. If he does deny it, that's going to be an obvious denial, and you're going to have so much like authority in that situation because you've got the truth on your side, and that's a powerful thing. And if Otis is caught like in that moment, it may not be recorded on the artificial record, the reality, which is the internet, the artificial record reality, but it will be recorded in the true system of existence at what happened at that juncture in time.
Oh, definitely.
Was exposed. You know what I'm saying? That happened. That might happen. I kind of feel he would deny it too, because I don't know. I don't see how he can say all the things that he says in his music, what his music is generally about, like the message of his shit. And then when you bring something like that to him, you say, no, I understand what you're saying. I see that. I see what you're saying. He's like, no, only I can see it. You're not allowed to see it. It's my shit. I'm special. I'm Otis. You're just the juggalos. That's literally the kind of person Otis seems to be. So that's what I'm trying to find out for sure. Is that who you are, Otis, or are you genuine with this? And when put to the test, are you going to withstand the fire and be revealed as pure and of the truth, or are you fucking what you claim that you slay, which is a trick of the devil. You see, the devil always appears as an angel of light, which is what Otis does. He's like, I'm choir boy, I'm altar boy Otis, I'm fucking God's chosen gift to the world, but I'll fuck your bitch, but I'll fuck your niece steady. He's a weird motherfucker, and he needs to be called out. He needs to be exposed and or dominated and challenged and all of this shit, man. Just what it's come down to. It's no coincidence you saw him tonight, and it's no coincidence you're from Denver, which is where the scumbag is from. Does he still live there?
Yeah, he was living in Detroit when he was on his last days of Psychopathic, but now that he's on M&E, he's allowed to live back in Denver, as he says, because he's not held back and living in Jay's basement.
I don't understand. Like, when he left, he was getting a huge push from Psychopathic that he hadn't gotten before with Slaughter and shit. He was like the next big artist. He was doing Killjoy Club.
He seemed to be like touching every project left and right. He was a part of it.
Dude, yeah, they were putting him on everything. But
they were putting him on everything. He was the man. I would have rather been.
That's not what he was doing. You know, his story, he says, nah, you know, they were treating me like shit. You know, Jay put me up in his basement. You know, I was sleeping on the couch. I wasn't even getting, you know, I didn't even have my own bed. You know, I was sleeping on the couch during Marvelous Missing Link.
He still pulled off some amazing things on the couch, huh? That's all I'm going to say. You know what I'm talking about.
Damn. Truth.
You know, that's what he says. That, you know, he says that now that he's on Magic Ninja, he's allowed to live back in Denver and he has the freedom to go back and forth.
But he was starting to be the man on Psychopathic during that Killjoy Club Slaughter era. Back in the day, A and B got a lot of hate, and then they had their diehard fans that rode with them no matter what, even if everyone hated them. But a lot of people hated them because they were like viewed as the lucky juggalos of the contest and twisted wannabes or whatever was said about them. All that shit, which really they're nothing like Twisted, so I don't fucking get that. They're really nothing like Twisted.
Right. To my knowledge, Violent J had released some fucking commentary or something. I don't know what interview it was, but basically he said like it was like his mission, his goal to like basically make sure that Otis blew the fuck up. Like that was like his number one thing, making sure he like got paid big and really fucking shined. So I don't know. Too many commentaries seem to contradict other people's commentaries. From what
he has been a success on M&E since he's been there, but where he was when he left Psychopathic, he was getting a lot of shine as just one of a few artists getting a lot of shine. It was like fucking ICP, Young Wicked, and Hoodoo, but Young Wicked was almost like outshining ICP at that point. Like Young Wicked was getting.
He had his own Joker card.
Young Wicked was like the new he was like the third member of ICP and
they
shit.
Let him produce Marvelous Missing Link. They let him make most of that album.
Like, that's fucking ape shit.
That was his album.
Or would you rather be the man over at M&E in the midst of fucking 20 other artists who are all fucking fighting for the same number one spot, and Otis kind of gets it by default just because he's fucking got a lot of history and fucking shit and he's deep in the game, but he's not really number one the way he was over at Psychopathic after Slaughter it came out. You know, he's got to share all that with all of M&E, where it could have just been him and ICP riding and just going off into the sunset fucking dominating for the rest of their lives instead of settling for less, which is really what this way is. He could have dominated with ICP.
But, dude, that's what you're saying. You know, that's one story of it, which I would have thought too. But I actually talked to Otis about this back in like 2015, 2016, and he was saying, nah, you know, he's getting fucking fucked. You know, Jay is fucking him up. Like he doesn't have food to eat. He doesn't have a blanket to sleep under. You
Now
know,
that
he's
I don't believe, because there's no way he ain't just dead broke, man.
that's what I'm
Otis has
saying.
been
It's like,
making
dude, you have
some
your
kind of
own
money.
Joker card. How are you gonna just act like you were being pushed under the carpet?
So even if they
And just
fucked
the
him,
honor,
even
the honor alone in having been a part of a fucking Joker's card and being that present and prevalent. I mean, I don't know what the paychecks were, but just like even being that a part of the fucking saga of the Dark Carnival, like you will always be
Right.
there. That stamp is fucking amazing.
Saying.
between Killjoy Club, Marvelous Missing Link, Lost and Found, those 3 albums together sold a lot. Like they were sold as albums that actually go in there and reach on charts and shit. So he wasn't dead fucking broke. They might ICP might there might be a lot of truth to that. Like ICP's like, look, we're the fucking cult leaders. You know what I'm saying? We dominate. But you know, we really put you on notice. You're our homie. You're our little brother. Young Wicked. So young. So wicked. And they probably fucked with him like they did. Shit like that.
Maybe he didn't blow up financially in that exact moment, but I guarantee after all those fucking collabs, producing all that music, like he was gonna really fucking explode if he had just
He
stuck
was
around.
right there. It was happening.
Like he was on the verge of just blowing up.
By
Well,
this point, by 2019, he would be probably like, he'd be so big, man. I don't know.
Well, it's
That's
funny
not how
because
he saw it,
I
apparently.
agree with you, bro. I agree with you, but at the same time, I've talked to him since, and he's like, he claims that he has it so much better on M&E. You know, that he's able to live a free life, and he's able to have expressive freedom, and musical freedom, and this and that, and that he's able to live where he wants to live and do what he wants to
Nobody's
do.
telling the
It's
whole
actually
truth. I don't.
possible there's more independence because I do realize on Psychopathic they're very big on the theatrics, on the they take on the characters. Like Twisted, like they got their fucking name bounce it off of ICP, Boondocks, like everybody like had to take on like a persona, if you will, and
Twisted already had a persona, though. A lot of these people, they are the
nothing
persona
crazy.
type rappers anyway. But yeah, like
Yeah,
ICP dominates that genre.
for sure.
So
It's weird at this fucking point though. Comparing M&E and Psychopathic's crazy with fucking Lars, Lexa Hexmaster, ROC, like that. There's so many fucking acts out there from like Axe Murder Boys, fucking Ala Zulilu, just and then you like go back to Psychopathic and it's like I can't even compare these two labels at this point because they have so many fucking different artists over there that are
the original ones, I only consider ICP, Twisted, Blaze, ABK, fucking maybe
maybe
sliding in A and B, but that's about it. You know, anything after that.
These motherfuckers right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the family. That's the real family era right there.
Are you
Well, you
rocking
see-
a mirror shirt right there? Is that
Yep.
is that from the fucking Attack of the Ninjas? Or is that a different flavor?
Yeah, it's mirror.
That shit's fire.
Damn. Have you had that shirt since like 2002, or have you gotten it since then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that old. You've owned it for that long. Hey, you still there, Danny?
Oh shit, my bad, y'all.
No, you're straight, brother. We knew you weren't leaving.
Well, I'm gonna have to be wrapping this episode up soon. My fucking shit's about to die. I don't have a charger. So anybody's got their last words, this is the time. You can last word.
17 dominates. That's the moral of this story. I hope you people have learned something.
Man, this was a
To
good
all the viewers.
We really helped school all our 3 viewers about the prophecy of the 17 and Otis and all that bullshit.
All that matters is that you know what's up, because you're the one You're the only one who's willing and has the who's
the
equipped to
responsibility's
do it.
on me now. Now it's all on me, motherfuckers. You know, now I am the chosen one, motherfuckers. I'm the chosen one to
Exactly.
approach. It's the Lotus Killer.
Whoop whoop, Danny boy. Fucking love you, Ninja.
Hey, thanks for coming up on my stream tonight, y'all. Sorry it was a kind of short one tonight. My laptop's about to die, but we gonna be up on this motherfucker. And thanks for tuning in, motherfuckers and motherfuckers, to the fucking goddamn prophecy of the 17 and all that bullshit.
All that real shit. All right, whoop whoop. I'm out too, man.